Hi guys, and welcome to today's video where we are going to feature our new formula of Angel Builder Gel. So we have just removed Laura's nails and I have left one ready to be prepped. I have prepped the rest, but I thought, you know what, I haven't prepped on YouTube in absolutely ages, so I thought I would quickly do it. So Laura's hands had already been sanitized before we got started, and now I'm going to go in with my sanding band. Of course, if you don't use an e-file, you can just go in with a manual file. So I'm going in with my mini sanding band because that is my current personal preference in terms of prep. There is still a little bit of product left on Laura's nails. We are just leaving a small amount of product on. It's kind of the way I'm preferring to work, where we are just leaving remnants of the product on and it kind of protects the nail underneath. It isn't like a full layer, it's just sort of in patches, but I think it is absolutely okay to work that way in favour of protecting the natural nails a little bit. So being very cautious when we are using a sanding band, only going over each area once and making sure we have just etched the full surface of the nail. Just a little bit of stubborn product here that I'm just going to go over. Okay, so I'm just going to give that a little dust. I've got my knuckle duster ring on, guys, and if you guys haven't seen them yet, they are an amazing addition to any order. And now I'm just going to go in with my cuticle prep. So my current personal preference, again, I change up all the time, I haven't changed up in a while, is to use the mini barrel squared just to push the cuticles back even more and start tidying up this cuticle area. So I'm going to go on the left side in forward, and then I'm going to do the right side in reverse for a nice thorough prep. And also, Laura will want me to preface this video by telling you that she is a skin nibbler. So, yes, just so you all know.
Define a skin nibbler. What?
Someone that chews on their skin like this.
Well, that's really close up
now. It's also known as wolf biting.
Wolf biting?
Because wolves do that, like they gnaw at their skin and stuff.
Really?
Just an anxiety thing.
Did you put that sanitizer on those nippers, Chris?
I did not, I just blasted it into the air.
And now I'm just going to smooth over everything with my, I think this is called a diamond barrel. Really liking this for smoothing things out, especially after nipping just now.
So you're using that on the skin?
Yes.
Is there any sort of way that you know which bits can be used on the skin?
All of these diamond bits can be used on the skin. Carbide bits absolutely cannot. That is pretty much. And then ceramic can be used on both product and natural nail, just to confuse things even more.
Very quiet in here.
It is.
It's nice.
Nice and calm.
It's not often it's quiet here. Is it making you uncomfortable?
A little bit. Well, we have lots of background noise in the warehouse. So this is our new YouTube studio, guys. It's not completely decked out yet because we've got time, but we thought we'd use it.
So Laura does want some length off of these, and she hates it when I clip her nails. So we are just going to file.
Me and Bailey have that in common.
Clip clip.
Clip clip. I don't like the clip clip. Just makes me feel really uncomfortable when the nail bends like that. It's horrid.
Your nails are so strong. Jesus. We still need to come up with a better solution than this pole in my way. Like something that's coming from over here. So at least
Maybe
I can
you
work.
could invent something.
I can work underneath it, you know.
Speak to your wee pals that make your shelves for you. See if you can come up with that.
So what did you have in your nails before this, Laura?
I had Gospel.
So,
Builder gel for 2 weeks.
It was really perfect as well, wasn't it?
why are we changing it up?
Just so that we can showcase this new product, get pictures of it, etc, etc. So once we have prepped the nails, we are going in with a nice thorough dusting. We are not using any cleansers, dehydrators, etc at any other point than at the very, very beginning of the service. So we are now going to go in with our primer. The primer will itself cleanse the natural nail a little bit as well, ensuring that there is no oils or anything left on the nail. So that's another reason we don't need to double cleanse or dehydrate, because the primer will do that itself, and we don't want to over dehydrate the nail.
Why don't you want to over dehydrate the nail? What will happen?
Because over dehydrated nails can essentially just start to curl away from the gel, and it causes like a flex in the gel really, really early on. So if your nails are really, really dehydrated and you apply gel to them, you're applying gel to sort of an unnatural nail. It's not in its natural form. I know a lot of people ask, is it okay if they soak off nails beforehand and expose nails to acetone at that point? Yes, it absolutely is, because by the time you imagine you've soaked off a set of nails and then you do your prep. Your prep for the most part is probably going to take you around 20 minutes minimum, I'd say. So by the time you finish the prep, the body has naturally started to rehydrate the nails, and they're more in a natural state rather than immediately after exposure to acetone. So the colour that we are using today is called Nirvana. I don't know if we've shown this before. It's kind of an unusual colour, but Laura absolutely loves it, and it is very complimentary on her skin type. And this is our new formula. So whilst I am applying the base layer of the product, I am going to tell you a little bit about the new formula. So again, primer's on, and now we are just going to apply a thin and base coat of the product. No additional base coats or anything like that are necessary. So why do we have a slightly different formula? So obviously a lot of you guys know about the TPO ban that is coming into the EU. No current date announced for the UK, but the UK is just, UK manufacturers are following suit anyway, just with the anticipation that it might come here. So we've known about this for quite a while, and we have had our new formulation of Angel and Duragel, the only two products that have low percentage TPO in them. They've been being reformulated for some time. But I thought with them being reformulated, it was a good time to address any other changes that we might want to make. So of course, it's only been, in fact, it's not even been a year since we have been selling Angel. But, you know, your first go at something is never often your final result. And I've been looking at a lot of different places for feedback, not only feedback on our gels, but just general feedback in the industry, what I see people saying. And what I saw people saying a lot of is that they felt that particularly HEMA-free builder gels were a lot runnier, and a lot of people really struggled with that. I don't particularly find our Angel runny, but I know some people do struggle with that type of thing, especially coming from other gels. Now, the HEMA content shouldn't have anything to do with the viscosity of the product, really. So that was one thing that I wanted to address. I was quite happy with the viscosity of Angel, but I thought a very, very slight tweak, making it very slightly thicker, might suit a lot more people. The other thing that I wanted to address, because I want to make the product as easy as possible for you guys to use, and as pleasurable as possible for you guys to use as well. I felt that especially on certain shades, the self-leveling could have been slightly better. So the self-leveling quality was something that I wanted to improve as well. So we've gone backwards and forwards with our chemist quite a few times on this, changing the viscosity, changing the self-leveling, also changing the exothermic reaction, changing photoinitiators, which is what TPO is, does affect the amount of heat that the gel gives off. So that was something we were struggling with to begin with, and obviously we didn't want you guys and your customers finding the gel uncomfortable to apply. So we've addressed that, and I think it's absolutely perfect now. But hopefully you guys will see from this application, I am in love with the self-leveling properties. To me, it is now It's rivaling Duragel, and you guys know how impressed I am with the self-leveling quality of that. So Laura is curing for 60 seconds now. Angel is a 60-second cure or 90-second low heat mode. She shouldn't experience any heat spikes whatsoever, so I'm whacking her straight in full heat for 60 seconds because I'm not concerned about any heat. But you guys are going to love this. Like, you're just going to love it. I know, for absolute sure. Just wait until you see how it self-levels. It is magic. So what we are going to do is we will release, we've got 6 colours coming in the new formula. Well, 7 actually, but one of them is only going to be available in a pot to begin with. Not the bottle, because it was like a last minute addition which I am in love with. And we're going to gather all your feedback and see what your general thoughts are. And if everybody is like, oh my God, this is insane. I loved Angel before, but now I love it even more. Then we will continue to roll out the formula exactly as it is in all of our existing shades. But if people think, oh, they need some, I don't think there is anything that you could possibly change to improve this, if I'm honest. But we will listen in case you guys think there is. The other thing, which we're not sure how or why, but we are finding that there is even more improved retention with this, Laura, haven't we?
Yeah.
You and Jennifer have both commented separately.
I've never really struggled with retention for any gel enhancements apart from this one little corner in my nail because I wear them really sharp square. But I don't know. I just noticed that it lasted longer.
It's just like a seamless. When you take it off, there was just like no patches of lifting whatsoever. Whereas before, maybe there would be like a couple of like small lifted areas, like after 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, usually around the 3-week mark, I start to see little bits of my corners wearing away because I don't oil my nails. I know I've got oil around me. I really should. And also, I'm quite like rough with them, and I don't take care of them. So about that 3-week mark, I'll notice the little scuffs start to happen. But with that formula, 3 weeks in, I didn't notice any of it at all.
Jennifer said the same thing, and I said the same thing, and we all just said
all
it
quite bad with
independently.
like aftercare, so
yeah, it's just amazing. I don't know, like we've always thought the retention is great of Angel as it is, but this is just.
I just noticed it lasted a lot longer.
I agree. So we have just done a slip layer, and now I am going to go in with the builder layer. You can already see, like, look at that. Can you just look how perfect that is? It's unbelievable. It's absolutely stunning. So this is an unusual colour, very well suited to sallow skin tones and darker skin tones.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. If you've got really pale skin, this might not be the
probably
colour
not for you.
Medium to dark skin tones, definitely.
Definitely. So now we're just going to float our builder layer on. I'm just going to be quite haphazard with this, and you guys are just going to see how it's going to do all the work for me. So it's showing up like really quite yellow on the screen, which it is not in real life, but you can see what that has done. It is unbelievable. I'm just going to use my fine liner just to drag it down the sides.
Excuse me. You burp escaped it.
Wouldn't be like you, Laura.
I just feel like that mic's going to pick up on it, even though it's so quiet.
If I hadn't spoken about it, I could have easily have edited it out.
What he's saying is you've done it to yourself, Laura.
Oopsies.
So yeah, it's definitely coming across on the camera here as being a lot orangey brown compared to what it is in real life.
In real life. It is a warmer shade for sure.
So am I right in saying that this is imminent?
This is what?
Imminent?
Yeah, we're looking at next weekend. I'm so excited for you guys to try it.
And you've been working on this for how long?
A few months. Good few months.
Way longer than that.
I was just
way longer than that.
This feels like an actual baby in 9 months.
Really?
Yeah.
It's been a lot longer than that. It's just that the months are flying in so fast because we've been so busy. I think you're confused.
Yeah,
because I've had samples of this on way longer than like a few months ago.
Yeah, maybe you're right actually.
And I remember summertime being downstairs, you trialing stuff on my nails.
How does this feel, Chris?
Yeah.
Upside down for you, please, Laura. I was just trying to get it really, really perfect because, truth be told, we're going to use this set for content for launching the colours. But it needs to be really, really good application, which is not always ideal for doing on camera. But if you guys are just wondering why it is taking me a little bit longer, I'm just trying to make it real perfect. In your pot, please, Laura.
So probably I was going to say the customers, the people watching at home are going to wonder where your beautiful face has been recently.
Oh, not being on YouTube.
Yeah.
We've just been so busy. We've all been so busy. That's why Laura's face hasn't even been on the TikTok. Her TikTok, the nail on the TikTok.
My
I always say it's yours. We've just all been so busy. So many launches. So many new product development. We've got another great gel product coming, probably the beginning of next year. We've got the new Duragel, which is HEMA-free, IBOA-free, and all that. We've got a whole campaign for all that type of stuff. So there's been a lot of product testing, which takes up a lot of time and has to take priority over making videos, unfortunately. So that we actually have the products to be able to launch.
So just a recap, if you're joining us new, what has been released recently?
We've got autumn colours, winter scents,
So the
art gels, art
Cozy
gel
Cabin
brushes.
is the winter collection.
Mm-hmm.
Autumn Equinox is the autumn collection. Shimmer Builder Gels. What else?
Art gels,
Art gels.
Edits.
brushes,
Mm-hmm.
knuckle dusters. Oh, there's just been so much stuff, hasn't there?
New winter scents, did you say that?
Yeah, I said that.
Or with the autumn scents and then the winter scents.
I can't even remember there's actually just been that much stuff. And we've still got loads to launch this year as well. And obviously we're coming to the end of the year now, so yeah, exciting stuff.
There's so much still to happen.
So much still to happen. All of these guys will be available in pots as well.
Also, it's maybe worth telling the people what I'm doing, which is editing a video of the application you just did on this hand, which I think is going to be the best seller.
Bestseller colour.
Mhm.
It's 100% going to be the best selling colour.
What's the colour?
It's the colour that everybody wanted, and it performs exactly how everybody wants.
Can't put your hand. No, it used to be that.
It's called Rapture. Laura hates the name,
I wasn't going to say it.
but we're always honest here. So she hates the name. She doesn't understand why I named it that. I was on my own one day and I had to make the choice, so that's what happened.
That's what happens when Becca makes decisions on her own. She names Builder Gels Rapture.
Well, maybe she was listening to a song, that song Rapture by I.O. from back in the day, and she thought, that's a great name for a song.
For a song?
For a
Yeah, for a song, not for a Builder Gel.
What's wrong with it, Laura?
Do you know what? Nothing. It's beautiful, Becca.
Thank
I'm
you.
so happy for you.
The thing is, I think Seraph was always one of those ones, and Persephone, everyone was like, oh, I don't know about naming that. And
No,
they just
it wasn't.
They happened to be the most popular.
I like those names. I've liked all the names. Honestly, I've liked every single name except from Rapture, and this will be the best selling one that I have to write on the marketing constantly.
You heard it here first, guys. But 9 times out of 10, every time we say, oh, that's going to be the bestseller,
No, every time I've said it, it has been. Seraph. I said Seraph was going to be the bestseller. I was thinking about this literally.
But do you not think that maybe it is the bestseller because you spoke it into existence though?
Potentially. I wish I had a clean up brush right now.
Maybe we just know what sells and what doesn't, I suppose.
I think we do.
I hope that this one's a bestseller because I fought for this colour.
I don't think.
I know some people don't like it, but
I don't think it's going to be a bestseller.
So what's it called?
Upside down for me?
Nirvana.
It is. It's one of those ones you need to see it on, for sure. I like it on you. It would look hellish on me. But on the sallow skin and black skin, for sure, it's good.
Yeah.
It'll be beautiful.
I love it.
So if we were doing a full set, both hands, we would be one hand is curing, the other one I would be working on. That is now our preference for doing it. We have flash cured before with no problems, but just because you're working on 2 hands at the same time anyway, this is my personal preference. If you pop that in, please, Laura. Boom. I know some people like to use 2 lamps as well, but I think when you're doing builder, you're probably spending about a minute on each finger anyway, so it's kind of... Well, you don't need to spend a minute. Obviously, I am spending a little extra time because they're going to be pictures of this, but I'm so excited for this launch. I hope the camera is picking up. Like, I'm not even doing anything to it. I don't think I'm even brushing the brush over the top of it, as in the fine liner. It's just doing all the work.
I keep thinking I've missed what you've done, and it's just appeared. If that makes sense.
It's really stunning.
So what else have we been up to? What else can everyone catch up on?
Chris and I have our YouTube that we've just started.
New one. Oh, that's a good idea. I forgot about that.
New one, which is called Nail on Sunday. And it's podcast type YouTube.
We'll put a link in the description below. We've just given away a big boy kit.
We have.
I actually want to see how many views it got all in at the end of it. Let me see.
It was over 500,000. Oh, hand out please, Laura.
Yeah, 590,000 views.
That's insane.
20.3 thousand entries.
Do you know that on our TikTok, just by saying that we're giving away something on the Instagram, it's had like 75,000 views?
Do you
Like
know
on-
the Muffin Man? Sorry. Sorry. No, that's really good.
Oh, sure. Screw you, muffin. So if you were to head to say to Chris Becker Nail Order TikTok, you might be able to see that. Or you might be able to see the Muffin Man.
There's no muffin man.
We call that cross-pollination, don't we?
Cross muffination. If you ever wondered what it's like to work at Nail Order,
Delusion.
absolute insanity,
Yeah, and we just put
and
this on for the
a
camera.
huge amount of distraction.
So if I was to dress up at Halloween, would it be the Sugar Fairy or would it be the Muffin Man? I'm now in two minds. I can't think what the Muffin Man looks like.
I don't think anyone knows what Muffin Man looks like.
I think that he's got like a beret and a moustache.
Like Billy?
Oh my god, you're Bailey.
Oh my god, guys, can we just look at how perfect this is? It just does everything.
She's a beauty.
She's beauty.
Shame I've not got anywhere nice to be.
Very true. So I just like to pick up small amounts of gel, pop them down if necessary when I'm dragging it down the sidewalls, etc.
Did we figure out if the viscosity in this is slightly different, or was it just really cold?
It
that
is
day?
slightly different. It's just very slightly thicker. Very slightly. But in a good way. And I did that on purpose because I see so many people talk about how they struggle with HEMA-free gels because they find them so much thinner. Again,
I don't think Angel was that thin though.
No, I don't think it is either, but some people...
And if you're converting from another brand that's thicker, it might seem
maybe,
thinner though.
yeah.
Again, it's not like considerably thicker, it's just a teeny bit.
If it's really cold though, she's thick.
If it's really cold, but if it's really cold, to be fair, Angel is upside down for me because I was playing with that this morning with Faith and Radiance, I think it was, and they were both quite thick because it was cold.
Well,
But we might have something coming up.
We say that.
We might have something perfect for that solution.
I was something to
I was thinking about that this morning, and then people can it's like you said, they can choose their viscosity.
Mm-hmm.
People are gonna love it.
I can't believe you put those little drops in.
Drops? What?
In the bottle to change the viscosity.
Oh yeah.
People will believe that.
They have
In the
competitors. They'll be working on it and they won't even know it's coming.
Viscosity drops.
That's a good one.
Well, that was like tan intensity drops. Remember that was spray tan?
Yeah.
I've never needed a spray tan, so I wouldn't know. So.
We used to get intensity drops so you could make it darker.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
If you were doing spray tans in the salon.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a good one.
I just
What
go
was
on
it called?
holiday.
Was that DHA?
Mm-hmm.
DHA. God, how did I remember that?
I don't know. I wouldn't remember that if you'd said, what's that called?
To be fair, I actually did perfect tan the other day.
Really?
Instant tan. To that wedding that I went to. Mm-hmm.
Should we show people on the camera the other colour
Yeah.
that we've just done?
I've just put my eyeballs on it, sure.
So this is a colour that we think is going to be the most popular. It's very like Innocence, but it's just that slightly more jelly, so it's much more pleasurable to apply. So
You keep saying that.
pleasurable. So yeah, you guys will love that. Absolutely love it.
You said there was going to be 5 new colours?
7.
7. Oh, that'll go into kit really nicely. Great, thanks Rebecca.
We talked about this yesterday, didn't we, Laura?
Oh, so far, I'm going to get that. What we're giving away for free?
Can we just can you just on the camera look at these? The perfection. And I am not good at applying gel. I'm just saying.
Neither am I, by the way. I'm rubbish at applying builder gel. But I managed to use these nails just fine.
That's not what she said.
In fact, I lie. We have another. Is it 4 or 5 of those special ones that are coming out, Laura?
Oh, those ones!
Yes, they're in the same
Do
formula.
you know what? This is kind of like foreshadowing.
Oh.
What if I told
Can we
you
just-
that the new product's coming out are very
Look
much
like a 90s tracksuit.
like this.
Wow.
Did you get this off Vintage?
Vintage.
Yeah, not Vintage because that's newer stuff. This
I
is
think I've
well
had this for
vintage.
about 10 years, this
Yeah.
trackie.
Definitely.
Nah, maybe not 10, maybe like 5
Does it
years.
say juicy on the ass?
No, because I was too goth for juicy, so it says chaos instead.
Of course it is.
Oh my god! I'm sorry. I'm just amazed at how good this is to apply. I really, 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 really am. This is like Duragel. Is it better than Duragel? It could actually be.
I've not tried it yet. I've just been using the current formula.
So would it be right in saying, Rebecca, Duragel is your favourite because of the application or because
Yes.
of the wearing?
Both, I guess. So this is now going to arrive on.
I like the viscosity and I like the way it self-levels. I like that it's a thick product to work with, so you've got longer to work with it. But then it also starts to level really quickly and easily.
Duragel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duragel's a dream.
Yep. And that best-selling colour that's out of stock is my fave.
Hopefully not for long. We have some new colours coming of Duragel and of course the new Duragel formula as well, which we're very, very excited about.
Because if it wasn't perfect enough already.
That took quite a long time to sort the formula for that as well. We were having a lot of heat spec issues with that new formula, but it is all solved now. Upside down for please, Laura. Because of course Duragel is a low heat hard gel, which is quite unusual. Most hard gels are quite spicy, and we wanted to make sure the new formula that was HEMA free behaved the exact same.
Okay, let's go on to something more fun.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about the sofa that's behind you all there?
The sofa, the booth, in your poppies, Laura.
Bookily.
I call it bucle. What do you call it? Or buckley? What do you call it?
Never heard of that in my life.
And you're a fashion student.
Buckley.
Bucle.
Buckle.
Chanel fabric. What is that?
Chanel, you mean?
No,
Tweed.
Chanel.
Chanel's tweed.
I thought it was
What are you
Chanel.
going for?
Yeah.
Chanel?
Mm.
It's bucle. It's bucle. I was like, what
Let's
was
just say this. I did fashion, but look where I am now. So, what does that tell you? I probably wasn't very good at it.
I think everyone in the whole west of Scotland did international fashion and branding.
Yeah.
International fashion branding at Cali. Yes, they did.
Everyone that we interview in the whole
Every
world.
single-
But the
person.
problem with it was that it was actually a business degree with a wee extra fashion sewing class. So like, you weren't really set up to work in Alexander McQueen afterwards, were you?
Gutted, aren't you?
Yeah, so gutted. Hate it here.
It's terrible. Terrible place to work. Okay, we are about to go on to the thumb. It's just such an absolute pleasure to apply this.
And just to be clear, 60-second cure.
60. Oh, look at it, Laura.
I love it.
Do you think it looks great? I think it does too.
You don't need low heat or anything like that.
Laura, how has it been?
I'm probably a bad example. I never get heat spikes with anything, so it doesn't really bother me for 60 seconds. But I guess if you've got thin nails, maybe you would want to do it on low heat mode.
Yeah.
Just depends on the client. I've experienced heat spikes once, and I was really, really ill
We
that
talked
day.
about that, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was really run down with a bad cold,
Mm.
and I came into work, so I'm such a good employee.
Do you remember that time you came in hungover and fell asleep on the sofa for 4
I
hours?
actually don't remember that. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I was
You
telling
keep
your brother.
bringing up a lot of things lately that
I was
I'm
telling
just
your brother
like,
the
where's he
other day,
getting
and he was
this
like, "My sister did what?"
from? No.
Mm-hmm.
I think you might be mistaken for my evil twin.
And the first thing he said is, "Oh, could I do that?" And I said, "No, because the sofa's now no longer there."
That's
We
exactly.
learned a lesson.
Yeah, we took the sofa away because of Laura.
Do you know who this is perfect for? I've just realised.
Yeah.
See if you're one of those girls that goes for an orange blush instead of a pink blush.
Oh, that's the person.
That's the person. Because that's me. I'll go for an orange
That
instead
is
of
the
a pink.
person.
What?
Yes.
If you know your undertone, this is the one for you.
That 100%. Absolutely correct, Laura. There is a pink tone, very very slight.
But like, I would never go for like a Barbie pink blush or a pale pink blush. I would always pick an orange toned one or a peachy one.
So you guys probably saw how much I butchered that application there, but it's just going to do everything I need for me. I'm just going to brush this back.
So you said butchered. What happened there? Explain to me.
It's a thumb. I always think thumbs are just a bit more clumsy because you usually have to go in and grab another bit of gel.
I struggle with thumbs as well.
And I think it was a little top heavy, so I'm just going to brush it back a little touch. And now we're a little top light, actually. But you can see how much you can play with this, and it just goes straight back to normal. It's amazing. If anybody who's watching has tried Angel before and didn't love it the first time, give it another chance with this formula. There's going to be a lot of people out there that are, well, not a lot of people, but there will be people out there who are like, no, I love the original, don't touch it. Leave it exactly as it is.
Thing is, that would be easy. So we would just leave it that way.
That would be easy.
If we're changing things, it's for a good reason.
Yeah.
So is this going to have a different name?
No different name.
And probably this will be the formula for the rest of them eventually?
Probably.
I think everyone's going to love it.
Yeah, I do too. I would be very surprised if somebody was like, no, bring back the old one.
So I know we've discussed this on a YouTube video, but
Upside down, please, Laura?
if we weren't to tell anyone, do you think people would notice a difference?
Yeah, I think people would be like, has anybody else noticed that the new Angel colours are like really easy to apply?
Oh, really? You think?
I think they would. What do you think, Laura?
I think you definitely noticed like certain differences.
In terms of pigmentation, I mean that looks fairly
You would notice how this colour, this lighter one, would
Yeah.
be different to apply
Innocence.
compared to Innocence.
Like, Innocence
you wouldn't
is-
notice that as a difference compared to like Faith or Saint or something. Do you know what I mean?
I still think there is a difference.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just think it's just so beginner friendly, actually.
Yeah.
In your properties, Laura? I do think people are going to go mental for it. Can't wait to see. So we're starting with the 7 new colours. See how people get on. Any more feedback, we can make some tweaks. But I don't think there's going to be anything.
No. I think if you tried Innocence and you didn't like it because the more pigmented colours tend to be harder to work with,
Try out Rapture.
try Rapture.
Just start. You're going to have to say it. Say it 7 times like an olive, and then you're going to like it.
Rapture, 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 Rapture.
There you go. Now you like the
That's
word, right?
exposure therapy.
Yeah. It's like me at the dentist, which I just remembered we have tomorrow.
I'll try my hardest to like the word. Love the colour, but
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not really a pink kind of girl.
I've got it on
In terms
Steams.
of that top coat, would you just buff in top coat as normal?
You don't need to buff if you are not refining.
Just take off the inhibition thing?
No.
Just straight in with top coat?
Yep, straight in with top coat because sticky gel sticks to gel, remember, and what we don't want to do is remove that inhibition layer and then the top coat does not stick properly. But can we just?
Bit dry though.
Bit dry.
She's a bit dry. Yeah.
That thumb isn't great.
Okay, by the magic of editing, we'll come back after the top coat.
Sure. So here is the finished result. They are showing up a lot more orange on the camera than what they are in real life. There's definitely much more of a pinky tone and it is much more of natural colour than what it is showing up. But you can see how stunning that finish is. No refining at all. And like I've said 100 times, I'm not the best gel applicator in the whole world, but this gel does make it so much easier to apply. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. If you did, make sure you give us a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to be notified when we release our next video.
Perfect.